What's up, Texans fans? We have some breaking news. The Houston Texans have gone out and traded for cornerback KaDar Hollman. What I want you to do is already going down in those comments. Let me know what you're thinking about this move. So last season, Hollman ended up playing with the Green Bay Packers. He now is on his way over to the Houston Texans. So the former 6th-round pick, he's a long and lanky dude, started one game last season for the Packers and realistically was more of a depth type of player, got some special teams opportunities. But for Houston, the one thing that they've done, I'll say this entire offseason, is they've done a very good job of getting, I'll call them, not so big name players and then either going out and signing them in free agency or just outright going out and trading for them. So what you have here is Hollman, 6 foot, 196 pound, 26 years old. He went to Toledo College, and in 2020 last year, 1 start, played in 14 games, 10 tackles, no picks, 3 pass breakups. Now, I don't quite have the trade details yet. All I do have is that the Texans, they end up getting Hollman, but this is going to be a late-round pick. I'm going to guess a 7th rounder would be, personally, my projection. Maybe you're able to get a 6th-round pick, but let's go off the idea that it is either going to be a 6th or 7th-round pick. So with me hitting you with that, what was your one-word reaction to this news? What was the one-word reaction you saw, like, okay, the Houston Texans have gone out and traded for just another cornerback? Were you really excited? We're like, hey, man, it doesn't really matter to me, but this is the offseason, and I am curious because that's what we do here at Chat Sports. Your one-word reaction to this trade. I'm going to go ahead and cheat a little bit. This is my show, and once in a while we can do what we want to do here at Chat Sports. I have figured out a way to put special teams body all together at one word, because if he ends up making this team, that's what he's going to be. I don't really think he gets too much playing time with Houston on the defensive side of the football, which if there has been a bright spot at training camp, if there's been a bright spot for Houston, their defense has been playing pretty well. So this offseason, you added Roby, you added Desmond King, you have Mitchell as well. Hargraves is still a player that I'm hoping can be able to figure it out. But how many cornerbacks is this team going to keep? That is definitely a major question as it stands right now. But Hollman, as you guys can see, is slotted in there on the depth chart behind Hargraves, behind Roby. I am curious to see how much practice time he gets this week and if he's going to be playing in the final preseason game for the Texans. So what I did is I did a little bit of deep diving because, believe it or not, KaDar Hollman, it's not a household name. So some people were probably wondering, who the heck is this guy? What did he do last year? Why should I care? So I found 22 PFF grades. The overall 56.7. That's like a little bit below average when you look at a lot of the cornerbacks in terms of overall grades. He is a better run defender than he is a coverage player, 67.1. That's a lot to do with his physicality, which is why I'm kind of thinking he's going to end up being a special teams body, if you will. And then the coverage grade, 54.9. You are hoping that that can get a little bit better. Now, last season, he was targeted 14 times. He allowed 6 catches, and he gave up 100 yards. So you're looking at about a 16 yards per catch average there. He didn't have any interceptions, but he did have I believe he had 3 pass breakups. So that's what Hollman ended up having against him in 2020. So now here's the next question I'm going to hit you with, because I get the fact that they traded for him. But since I don't know all the trade details yet, just because you go out and get somebody does not guarantee that they're going to end up making the 53-man roster, especially not in Houston. So give me a Y for yes, or I want you to type N for no. Will Hollman make the 53-man roster for the Houston Texans?